Releasing what no longer serves you. You are not broken, you are shedding. So now that we've begun to uncover the truth of what has shaped you, it's time to talk about releasing. This module is about reclaiming your power and consciously deciding what no longer belongs in your body, mind, or soul. Let's be real. So many of us are walking around carrying beliefs, behaviors, and burdens that were never ours to begin with. The idea that you have to be strong all the time, gone. We're doing away with that one. That your worth is tied to your productivity, gone. That love means losing yourself, we throwing that away. This is where we let all of that go. You may have been conditioned to believe that silence was strength, or that your emotions made you weak, or that being a good girl meant abandoning yourself. Let me tell you something. That's all programming. Let's go deeper. Programming begins in childhood. Children are like sponges. Before the age of 7, a child's brain functions primarily in the theta brainwave state. This is the same brainwave state that adults go into when they're in a deep meditation or hypnosis. It means that before age 7, the conscious mind is the filter that helps us sort through and question what we experience. Basically, the conscious mind is asleep. So, what does that mean? It means that during the first 7 years of life, everything a child sees, hears, feels, and experiences is absorbed straight into the subconscious mind without any questions. There's no filter. If a child sees anger in the home, they don't say, oh, that is dysfunctional. They say, this must be normal. If a child hears, you're too sensitive or you never do anything right, they don't say, that's unfair. They say, something must be wrong with me. This is why children can internalize trauma even when adults think they're shielding them from it. Kids notice tone, they notice energy, and they notice tension. They hear what isn't being said. They feel everything. So, your beliefs today about your worth, your body, your identity, your voice may have been written in your mind before you could even talk in full sentences. But now that you're aware of it, you can rewrite it. You get to choose your truth. You get to return to yourself. Programming comes from family, religion, culture, school, society, music, television. It could be spoken or unspoken. And the scary part is if you don't pause and examine it, you could live your entire life inside of someone else's story, but not anymore. Here's an activity for you. I encourage you to get a blank sheet of paper. Write down 3 things you are ready to let go of. These can be beliefs, emotions, relationships, fears, expectations, or even behaviors. Read each one out loud to yourself. Then tear the paper into small pieces. As you do, say, I let go of what no longer serves me. I call back my energy. I am free. This action may seem simple, but it's symbolic. It helps your body and your subconscious mind understand that you are done carrying what never was yours to begin with. It marks the moment that you chose yourself. So, why does this matter? Rituals like this provide tangible experience of release. When we pair intention with physical action, our brain and nervous system record the moment as meaningful. This action may seem simple, but it's symbolic. It helps your body and your subconscious mind understand that you're done carrying what was never yours to begin with. It marks the moment that you chose yourself. Now, why does this matter? Rituals like this provide a tangible experience of release. When we pair intention with physical action, our brain and nervous system record that moment as meaningful. So, this isn't about magic, it's about memory. You're making new meaning, you're making space. So, how do you move forward with this? So, after this ritual, don't rush. Sit with the stillness, light a candle, drink some water, breathe. You've let something go. And now it's time to gently lean into who you're becoming. There's no need to figure it all out right now. Just know that something shifted and more release is coming layer by layer, breath by breath. And here's some journal prompts. What am I holding on to that I no longer want to carry? What beliefs about myself did I inherit that I now know isn't true? And lastly, what is one thing that I'm ready to walk away from emotionally or mentally? Release is not a one time event, it's a practice, a choice, it's a returning. And every time you release something that isn't yours, every time you choose peace over patterns, you move into alignment with your truest self. You are not broken, you're shedding. And I want to say this too. If you notice that some of the things you've released keep coming back up, it's okay. Those are patterns. So let's talk a little bit about patterns. Patterns are the subconscious loops we live in, often without realizing it. They're the emotional and behavioral responses we repeat because they're familiar, even when they hurt. And most of them were created in childhood to help us survive. You might notice patterns like attracting emotionally unavailable people, or always overgiving and receiving very little in return, or shutting down when you feel unheard or rejected, believing you have to work twice as hard to prove your worth. These patterns aren't who you are, they're just what you learned. And just like beliefs, they can be unlearned. Every time you interrupt a pattern, every time you pause instead of reacting, speak up instead of staying silent, every time you rest instead of pushing through, you are rewriting the script. And it takes time, it takes compassion, but you're already doing it. You're doing it right now. We'll keep going deeper in the next module. But for now, breathe in freedom and exhale the weight. You're doing the work and it's working. Peace.